Greetings and welcome back one and all to Robocraft and to the Calzai. Yes, before anyone asks, the update has landed. We have had a patch out that has added something which I'm sure a very great deal of people will be interested in. That is the Mega SMG TX. This update is the first of three. In the three updates that are leading up to the release of Megabots, I'm still not too clear on the details of how Megabots will work. They will be giving us an opportunity to play with the Mega components. These are enormous. As you can see, I haven't unlocked it yet. Unfortunately, I lack the means to unlock it. I have 0 tier 10 tech points, and it's going to require 927. I'll get to that in a moment. But just some quick stats. If we look at the top mounted SMG, it has a damage of 4.253 and that is 1000, and the Mecha SMG has a damage of 7.182,000, so not that much of an upgrade. It is enormous compared to a tier 10. It also costs a crazy amount, about 10 times as much tech points to unlock this as it costs to unlock any of the tier 10 components. It's not 10 times as powerful. Armor wise, it has a good, well, at least a good 5,000 on it. Actually, it's not bad. It's over 6,000. Just over 6,000. But CPU load, huge. Currently at my level, which is 74. I'm dreaming, it's 77. I've got 1,253 petroflops. I would be able to fit, if I just built it out of those guns, I'd be able to have 5 of them. If I wanted anything else on it, like, you know, a weight to move around or something to attach my pilot seat to, I probably wouldn't be able to do it. That is bonkers. But the mass is 50 kilograms. That is a huge increase. These are not for your normal bots to build with. That much is clear. There are lots of people on the forum saying, well, they're too expensive, they're too big, they're not good enough for what you're getting. I strongly suspect that what we're doing is we're bolting a weapon built for, like, think of it like this. If you took the sort of ship-mounted cannons from a destroyer and stuck them on a tank, the tank wouldn't work as well. You'd have to sacrifice a lot to have a tank that could mount a weapon that's designed for coastal bombardment. That's effectively what everyone is doing at the moment, or at least that's what I'm assuming. I could be very wrong with that. Now, on to the elephant in the room. I can't afford to get it. Honestly, it's going to be a lot of work to get it. Some people have very generously, bless them, offered to donate money so I could get the Galaxy Cash to unlock it, but here's how I feel about that. As I've mentioned several times before, I like using Galaxy Cash for things which generally don't affect the gameplay, or at least don't affect it too much. The premium I've got at the moment wasn't bought for the premium's sake. Generally, I bought premium for having a larger platoon when I used a platoon. Nowadays, I've got premium because I bought a bot that I thought the only way to get a mask would be to buy that bot, and it came with 90 days of premium, and I'm still working through those 90 days. Once that runs out, I doubt I'm going to be buying premium again. I do buy garages, and that does have an effect on gameplay because it means I've got an extra bot that has a 2 times victory bonus once per day, and I do make use of that. I'm not going to try and make out that I'm whiter than white, and I don't. I'm all innocent in these kind of things. No, I make use of it. I like having garages primarily, so I don't have to tear down my designs in order to work on something else. As you know, I like doing that a lot, but for the most part, the only things I spend my Galaxy Cash on are non-functional components. I've got this, for example. Now, this was donated to me. Someone sent me the money to specifically get this. So I did. And I'm very, very proud to be able to support the developers that way, or rather be the conduit through which some of my viewers have been able to support the developers that way. But I am not going to buy any tech points with Galaxy Cash, and I refuse to buy a component with Galaxy Cash. You know, the efficiency and you know, high prices of those sorts of exchanges aside, I just don't like it. But I am going to be working to get one. Now, we have about a week's worth of time. Let's go back to the garage, and you can at least look at something nice while I talk, because I'm going to be talking for a little while. Now, we have a couple of weeks for getting this. Right now, we've got a kind of a week's grace period. In a week's time, when the second update for the Megabot stuff comes out, they will be holding a contest. Basically, 100 mega kills. idea is that they're going to be tracking kills made with the Mega SMG, and everyone who has gotten 100 of them within 1 week, I believe it is. Starting from next week's update, I'll just read it out. Player kills made with the TX1 SMG will be tracked on the database. Any player who has scored 100 kills or more with the TX SMG before the Megabot's full release, so actually you might have 2 or 3 weeks for that, will earn themselves a special, visually different variant of the TX1 SMG. I assume it is purely going to be cosmetic. I hope it's not going to be functionally different, but I'm going to go with the assumption that it's purely cosmetic. And that seems like a fun little game. Now, kills made this week do not count. They're not going to be counted towards that total. This is kind of a grace period for people to get to tier 10, because you're going to have to be in tier 10 to fit one. You're going to have to have a fairly high level to fit one effectively on any vehicle. Now, there are loads of other improvements, but you know what? There's a fairly long list of them, and this episode is going to primarily be me just covering some things and then discussing some streaming plans, because realistically, I am not going to get that SMG unless I do quite a lot of playing, and I don't see any reason why I shouldn't bring you along for the fun and games as well. But I'm going to go and find us some battles with these vehicles, and I'll talk over the battles about the update, so see you soon. And welcome back. Okay, one of the first two things, well, the two first things you will notice. We have much better matchmaking now. You'll notice that we've got a similar kind of team set of plasmas, rails, healers, flyers, and walkers. Will try to be matched a little bit more evenly across the teams. You'll also notice that the icons have little underscores or overscores, underlines or overlines. That indicates whether the bot is a flyer, or at least capable of flight, or is a walker primarily. We also have Robo class icons. They're displayed on the countdown, as you saw, and that gives us a better idea of what our team composition is going to be before we even get into the battle, and that is actually quite useful. Symmetrical components. You'll notice the radar is at the front of my bot, not tucked neatly behind as it usually is, and that is because radars, electroplates, tank tracks, all manner of things have been improved to have a more symmetrical design. Come here, my friend. We will get you. You will be good as new in just a moment. There we are. Your expert team of medics here keeping you alive. But the enemy team, there will very rarely be a case now where one team is going to win simply through attrition because the other team doesn't have as many medics or has no medics. Both teams are now much closely matched, and that should lead to far more interesting games, though having all of our medics in one place is not going to be grand, I feel. Let's get over here, get you healed up as much as we can. You are struggling on the floor there. Let's get you fixed up as well. There we go. Let's keep all of our flyers in the air. They've also fixed walker legs. They shouldn't be going as derpy as they often were. Let's get you back up. You're back on your feet. That's very good. Right, what else have we got? Aerofoils and rudders have been improved. The carrying mass of these components has been significantly improved. How are you doing? How are our flyers there? Well, we need to get up a little bit higher to help our flyers, I feel. So I'm going to try and do that if I can. I'll leave you guys to your own devices. Oh, Ethelion is down here. Let me see if I can get to you. Oh, you've got someone nasty coming your way. That's right. Come up here quickly. Take to the skies. Fly. We need to medic them. Medicing engaged. There we go. This is why I made you a flying walker. So you could get into these tight areas. Oh no. Bad times. Train all of the medic lasers on his weapons if we can. Because this is going to hurt. Yeah, damn. We're dead. Well, I did my best. He was still alive. I managed to keep him alive enough that he managed to do some damage, but he's going to go down, unfortunately. But yes, so aerofoils have been improved. Vertical and horizontal foils now are treated separately in carrying mass distribution and the diminishing returns, as I've mentioned before. We get different the diminishing returns is tracked differently for each direction of thrusters. It's now tracked differently for the different orientations of rudders and aerofoils as well. We also have hoverblade stability improvements. So the hoverblades will try to calculate how they need to maintain their height a little bit more actively when it comes to changing terrain shapes and topography. So one thing we've always seen is that as you're moving quickly with a hoverblade bot, with a hovering bot, as the terrain starts rising, the bot will basically face plant into the terrain because it's not adjusting its height fast enough to compensate for that. That has apparently been addressed to a degree so that they don't dip or nosedive when going too fast. I've mentioned walker leg healing has been helped along a little bit. Some changes have been done to prevent walkers from being launched when they are healed. Spotting reliability has been improved, so I'm assuming that if you can see it it's within your clipping plane to see the enemy, then you should be able to spot them, I hope. We also have spawning improvements. Robots are spawned much closer to the ground, and that was a shame we lost, but good. Too late. I couldn't type. Good game. The bots are generally spawned a little bit lower to the ground so that you don't have the case of bots just basically flipping up because they weren't built to be that high off the ground when they started in. We've also had private chat fixed, so people can now private chat with one another again, or better than they could before. I'm not really sure. I haven't tried to private chat with anyone in a very long time. Invisible corrections have been corrected on... invisible collisions have been corrected on most of the maps. So we should see less of people just plowing into something they can't see. But as you can see, there we have one of my radars needs to be moved. I guess, is there... I'm probably not going to be able to fit you down there, am I? Oh, I can fit you there, though. You'd be off center. I'm not sure I approve. Not sure I approve at all. I could fit you there. Damn it. Could I have two? Maybe I could fit two. Let's try fitting two. I'm going to need another one. Because I'm not going to have this bot not be symmetrical. Damn it. Let's buy you. There we go. We've got plenty of cash for it, so shouldn't be too hard. Is that the right tier? Yes, it is. Ah! Damn it. For want of one radar! Oh... well, there's nothing I can do. I'm just going to have to put it at the front then. Oh, well. Right. Rail buff. Now, this may be a bit of a sticky subject for some people, but rails have been buffed. They no longer take 20 seconds to reload. They take 12 seconds to reload. Now, you know, some people may find that particularly nice. Plasma cannons have been buffed as well. The damage has been buffed by about 5%. Rail damage has been buffed by 12.5% for T9s and 25% for T10s. Plasmas at 5% of T9 and 10% of T10. Nano heals have, the healing rates has been buffed by 12.5% of T9 and 25% of T10. You'll notice that SMGs have a very new look. And you may have noticed in the last battle that SMGs had a new sound as well. But I really do like the new look. I really like the new look. It kind of has a kind of planetary annihilation feel to it at the moment. Now, will the radar in here be glitchy? Because I'm fairly sure I built the radar in here, didn't I? Yes. Yes, I did. Okay, well, you can't stay here, sorry. Let me out. I just came in through there. There we go. Let me build that back out. Right, well, the radar is going to have to go here somewhere then, I suppose. Most ungood. I guess I could put the radar on top. Yeah, alright then. We'll have the radar right on top of the ketchup and mustard. Damn. Right, it's all up to Victor. Let's have a look at yours. Yes, your radar is going to need to change. But it doesn't need to change too aggressively, so that's fine. We'll just do that. Could I fit this in there? Yes, I can. Oh, well, you know, actually, that looks okay. That was probably one of the easier ones to change. Now, the Firestorm is next. Oh, Firestorm looks alright. Oh, well done, Firestorm. I approve. Next up, let's go and have a look at the Evacuants. No, the Evacuants needs a bit of a change, unfortunately. Right. How am I going to fit this? Well... that's frustrating. I guess since we've got a flag at the front, we can just have that one at the back there. Not ideal, not ideal at all, but hopefully that won't be too bad. But yes, the symmetry on the nanoguns has also been improved slightly, which I'm very, very happy about. There's also been some FPS improvements. Reduced number of draw calls on functional cubes in a battle by about 5 times. So that should have optimized the FPS significantly, actually. Friction has also been changed, and I guess this would most affect the Skyplow when it's going around with skis, but probably more for cruisers and the likes, honestly. But fix the bug causing zero friction on ground, so robots now come to rest in a more realistic way. I guess that affects everything, really. But wheel friction has been increased so that the wheels have more grip when going up hills. Should be better, much easier to make a cruiser wall climber now than it used to be. And let's continue on with fixing my bots. The cows I've already fixed. The mustard and ketchup, do you need help? Well, no, the mustard and ketchup is barely a bot. The Douglas... The less said about the Douglas, the better, honestly. Right, let's come back to the Solenopsis and Victor for now. But moving on, we have bridges. Improved access onto and off bridges. I guess I can quickly show that in the practice arena. I've not actually seen that myself yet. Also, the SMG changes, which I've mentioned, there's a much cleaner look to them. The new audio effects, which I can demonstrate in here. Listen to that. That actually sounds awesome. I mean, truly awesome. Let's take you out there. That is fantastic. Let's go up. There's no. Solenopsis and Victor, if you have grounded yourself, really, Solenopsis Victor, have I got an alignment? I do have an alignment rectifier. Thank goodness. Wow, that was much more powerful than I was expecting. Okay, let's try and get up to this bridge. Damn it. No, don't do the same thing again, you stupid tank. Right, let's go. Come on. Now, barricades. Change the barricade positions on some maps. It might not be the case here, but we'll have a quick look around. Basically, to make it so that it's less... Oh, the bridges definitely have been changed. Oh, I like that. Now not as easy to flop off them as it was before. Much, much better, actually. But the barricades have been changed on some maps to remove some of that were causing snagging and causing bottlenecking when people were leaving their base. Not that you'd notice, because I'm snagging and bottlenecking on everything with the Solenopsis and Victor. I really do need to change that before I try to take this up into tier 10. Because as you might guess, this is pretty much the only bot that I feel comfortable taking into tier 10. Certainly the only bot that has tier 10 weapons to try and start grinding up what I'm going to need for the large gun before this week is out. Dev messages have been made so they're smaller and less in your face. We're not seeing that. There are no dev messages out, but you'll just have to take their word for it, I suppose. User already logged in fixed an issue that was preventing some users from being able to access their account for 24 hours due to the message user was already logged in. Wow. But yes, if you notice, those barricades are actually completely gone. Are they gone from this side as well? That is very interesting. Or were the barricades ever on this map? I wonder. I'm not actually sure. I don't think they were, actually, thinking about it. Perhaps I'm going to have to go out and see if I can't find another battle then to just play around with and see if we can see any differences with the barricades. But the last one of the big changes are the bug fixes. Many of the bugs under the hood have been removed. Occasional errors output to the logs are reported by user, blah, 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 blah. So basically, they've tightened the code. Now, they're not finished with the polishing and bug fixing, obviously, and much more is going to be coming in the next two updates, but I'm going to go jump into a battle with the Solenopsis and Victor, and whilst we're doing that, we will have a quick discussion on what my plans are for trying to get hold of those awesome-looking SMGs before the next big update comes along, which will probably be around Monday or Tuesday next week, so I shall see you on the battlefield. And welcome back. As we can see, we've got a fairly good mixed team. We've got more flyers on our side than the enemy do. The enemy only has one flyer. They've got two plasmas. We've got two plasmas. We've both got 3 medics. And all the rest are SMGs. Very well. Now, I've lost my 2 front shields. Probably because I didn't think to put them back on. That was silly of me. Let's have a look. Ooh, actually, yes, the barricades definitely have gone from here. They used to be barricades here, I'm fairly certain, leading up over there. There's still barricades in the middle, but that was like a main feature of this map, honestly, so I'm not surprised by that. Let's see if I can't catch up with my allies. Now, in regards to how I'm going to try and get those guns, obviously, it's going to take a lot. Firstly, I'm going to need... Oh, wow, you're being hit by something. Why aren't you moving? I'm not sure what's attacking you, honestly. I can't see it, but... Firstly... Is this a video? Yep. I'm going to be streaming a lot. Pretty much in a nutshell. There's going to be grinding involved. I'm going to need to get to tier 9, tier 9, and then through tier 9 to tier 10. I'm going to need to upgrade my bots slightly in order to even stand a chance of surviving in tier 10, and thus being able to get any of the kills once I've unlocked the awesome SMG. That is going to require a lot of work on my part. Still a little bit of collision there. Let me see if I can't get up here. Yeah, definitely invisible collision. You lied to me, devs. It has not been improved. Either that or my tracks are just going derpy. I think they may be just going derpy. Oh, someone shot me from over there. You scallywag, where are you? How did you see me? You're behind me, you're above me. I don't see you, though. This is a mystery that I intend to try and solve. But I am not going to be streaming at any regular time. I'm probably going to be streaming at least once a day. I will stick up a video that will clearly mark it as a Robocraft stream. I may, if I'm streaming for a lot of time, switch to something else in order to have a little break here and there, but I'm primarily going to be Robocrafting on those days. The Saturday and Sunday stream will still be the normal Saturday and Sunday stream you've all come to expect, which will mean that it will be primarily different games in between every tea break, which will happen roughly every hour, an hour and a half. It'll start at 6 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday, both days. But these streams, my Robocraft Grandy streams, will be for an indeterminate length, at an indeterminate time, probably earlier in the day, each day. And I'll just go for however long I feel like going. I will generally be playing in the higher tiers for obvious reasons. I need to get tier 10 tech points. I also need to get an awful lot of money. I have been told by people in the know that not only does this cost 900 odd tech points to unlock, well, I can see that myself, it costs just over 1 million RP to buy each one. I'm probably going to want at least 2, maybe more. That's going to take a lot of work. I've got to get there first, but the Soul Obsidian Victor is probably the better one to get there with. I need a little bit more tech points in order to unlock the last of the tier 9 armor cubes, and then I'll probably be in a little bit of a better position. But after that, everything I get in tier 10 is probably going to be saved up for this. I may unlock the armor cubes because they're fairly cheap. I mean, just a little bit over 100 and I'll be able to unlock all 4 of them. I'll probably do that, to be honest, but outside of that, I've already got more or less everything else I need. The tracks are a possibility, but I'm not sure about that one. I've got T8 at the moment. It would be nice to have at least T9, so maybe I'll play around in T9 until I've got the T9 Caterpillar tracks, but that is it then. I'm going to be saving up and hopefully getting my hands on the new SMG before the next patch comes out so that I can actually take part in the contest to try and win it. We have not got a healer. That's terrible. But otherwise, the teams are fairly well balanced. But alas, that lack of a healer is going to cost us dearly. Okay, we're going to need to be careful. We're going to need to be risk averse in this fight. Good luck, have fun all, as always. Now, where are my allies going? I'm going to try and stick with them. I really need to address the shape of the Soul Obsidian Victor. I basically just bolted these tracks on in order to play around with the tracks. But seriously, I'm not thinking that was a wise move. I need to redesign it. Probably make it a little bit longer. Maybe somewhat like the Kalzai. A long bot with the tracks, the front tracks further at the front. Maybe a little bit wider apart so turning is a little bit easier. That would also give me much more room to place the new components. Trust me, they are enormous. I've seen someone who has put them on their bot. My God. It was amazing that they had room. Are you there? No, I can't see you. Oh, I love the sound of this SMG. It encourages me to fire wildly. That is bad. I'm going to go and see if I can't find their medic, because their medic was around this side. If we can take out the medic, we've evened the teams. Well, we've lost one of our guys. There's an SMG hover. They're sticking close to their medic, it seems. Wise move. Very wise. There's another flyer over there, I think. Can't quite get a bead on him. Oh, there we are. He decided to come out. He's brave. Well done. I approve of this because it means I can shoot you. I like it. Let's keep trying to apply damage there. Taking him down to 85%. Let's move out. I don't want to stick around where he can see me. That's a bit silly. We need to play this smart. Okay, well, most of our team is over on that side. We've got a flyer over there. We need to spot them to try and help our allies. Right, the hover is coming down there. Why haven't you spotted him? That was a very easy spot for me. I see what they mean about increasing how reliable it is. Right, apply damage. Much more damage. Right, I'm taking unnecessary amount of hits from their plasma bot. Let's try and dodge around the way. We've lost one side of my bot. That is not good. And I'm just going to hemorrhage components at the moment. So we need to get into a better position entirely. They may try to take the base. And if they do... Ooh, wait. Is that an SMG? No. It is not. They haven't actually started capping the base, which is interesting. Oh, there we are. I spoke too soon, it appears. Right, we're going to try and get down here and then maybe plink them on the base, but it looks like they've given up. Which is just as well, but we haven't killed a single one of them yet. This is an interesting battle, to say the least. Hopefully one of our flyers can just shell them down there occasionally. I'm going to try and avoid taking any more unnecessary damage. There we are. I've only got 2 guns to fire with now, so I need to be accurate. I really don't have much choice on being accurate. There's no point in holding the fire button down. It's tap firing for me for now. Right, they look like they've got that dealt with. We've got a flyer up yonder. An interceptor. Very small, nimble little craft. Odds of me being able to hit it with only 2 SMGs, fairly slim. But as it's getting closer, maybe a little bit better. No, I'm still... Oh, there we go. Got 2 shots. Need another 1 or 2. Taking a lot of his health off with that. Got another... a hover? Really? A hover that high up must have awesome thrusters. Let's continue to apply damage as we can. Lovely design, though. Taking off one of his wings. Now, we're very spread out. We've lost 3. They've lost most of their team. We are pulling this back. The only 2 enemies are the flyers that we've already spotted around here. But where are they? We don't need to be aggressive. We can wait for our allies to catch up with us. Though obviously we want to try and protect this guy here. Are you coming over the hill? Yes, you are. Very well. I will do my best to try and make sure that you can't get the last kill on that guy. He's only got 2% health. If he gets hit by anything, he'll probably die. Let's try and make sure you stay alive. Right, there we go. He's quite far away, but I should be able to get a few shots if I'm careful. Hey, Yep. Good game. I would say this is going to go on a recording, but don't have the time to. That was an interesting win. I wasn't expecting that one. But yes, I'm going to go and get this rendered and uploaded. Whilst this is rendering, I may even decide to stream, because I'll shunt this across to my other computer to get it rendered. That is a good little win there. 78,889 and 32 tier 9 tech points. That's immediately going to be going on the last bit of armor that I actually want. And maybe on the tracks soon. We only need 1 or 2 more victories like that, and we'll be able to get those. And that'll be actually quite nice. But that is it for this episode. I do hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you are looking forward to the indeterminate and infrequent, but well, actually probably quite frequent, if I'm honest with you, streams that are going to follow. I hope to see some of you there, but until next we meet, and as always, do take care.